victim. England have gone for height in the back row with Rugby and Clark on the flanks, and also for mobility in players like Victor Ubogu at prop. The All Blacks forced to make an important change in the centre, where their frontline goal kicker Matt Cooper was suffering from a groin strain and was replaced by Rony Clark. The goal-kicking duties switched to 20-year-old Jeff Wilson, the try-scoring hero at Murrayfield. Otherwise, it's the same side which destroyed the Scots, Sean Fitzpatrick, the tourist captain, creating a world record in his 54th consecutive international. Your commentators, Bill Beaumont and Nigel Starmer-Smith.
Slowly, deliberately, no histrionics from England. And the England team line up on the halfway to face the haka, led by Aaron Pene in the middle and Bainga Tuingamala on this near side. Sincerity in that. It's not meant as a vicious threat. It's an old famous laying down of the challenge. Freek Burger from Western Province, South Africa, who had charge of the game against Scotland. South Africa's most experienced and highly rated referee, this. England had won the toss. Andrew starts. Good work by Nigel Redmond. Bracken's first touch to Ben Clark playing on the open side. Good ball. Bracken pops it up to Ubogu. Familiar sight. Rob Andrew for position. Hoist one, hit deep. Timu underneath it. Has time, gets the mark safely. Eleven of this side played against the Lions in the summer. John Timu here was one of them. Fullback in all three tests. Fine kick. For the big hit. The tackle's good, but it's available again. Picked up by Clark. Big Ben. Scrum half's bound in, someone must step up. Rory Underwood is there to help out. It's not come back yet. It's there though, available. This will test Rory's scrum half skills. That'll do. Rob Andrew. Back goes Wilson in his 22, and it's rolled to touch. It's a lovely ball.
If Rob Andrew had to kick there toward Jeff Wilson, unfortunately from an England point of view, it looks as though the new cap Kieran Bracken has taken a bit of a crack on his ankle there and is receiving treatment from the England physio.
Let's see if we can get a closer idea of how it happened. Here he is, he flicks it away, and does he fall badly or has someone land on him? Jamie Joseph is up there. Well, that does beg a question.
Well, it begs the question. It was foul play, wasn't it? Because he had no intention of playing the ball, and referee didn't have the advantage of the touch, judge there.
Well, it looked to me as though Jamie Joseph went straight in on his ankle. Albeit that was slow motion, but it seemed the ball was away some time before. So Bracken is there, hobbling at the moment and limping badly. He has possession now. Pulls it away. Drop goal attempt by Andrew. But it's wide. This was close.
It was that. It would have given England a great chance here. Rob Andrew, quite a lot of time there, just slicing it across the post there, unfortunately from England point of view, but a good long kick by New Zealand from the 22.
Long with Jones there at the back, but it was well shadowed by Clark. Good work. Bracken on the break. Good play. That'll boost his confidence. Lovely touch fire. To Ubogu, go down. Jockeying for position at the front of the line. It's New Zealand's throw on their 22. Not through. Rodber with a chance, but it's well away by Forster. To Rony Clark. Callard across, not in touch. Hammers it downfield, and it may roll into touch from there. It's out on the full. The catch, and England's drive. That's tremendous, over the halfway. It's the ball they need and have. Bracken away. Andrew pumps one up for them to follow. Rory Underwood's in there first. Wilson too. England are there in numbers. Richards turns the man. It's back though on the All Black side. Something they're so good at. The kick by Ellis is in touch. Callard looks for the quick one. And Ellis has been one of the real finds of this tour. It is too. Well, that's one of those tackles that have actually given the All Blacks something of a bad name on this tour. The late tackles we saw here when London played in the opening match, and watch this.
Well, you can see there that he's going to kick the ball, that Clark, no hesitation there in going through the tackle. And the thing is about tackling a man when he's kicked the ball, that the penalty is given where the ball finishes up.
John Callard. Brilliant. Just look at the spring in his heel. Callard's first kick is a beauty, and England lead after 16 minutes. Lovely service, Carling goes. Just over the head of de Glanville. Rory Underwood. But again, well, one's always sensed you've got to run at New Zealand, and England have a chance here. Pass a bit loose. Andrew, Ben Clark gives a chance for Tony Underwood. Underwood goes. He goes for pace. He goes for the corner. The tackle is brilliant, but he slides and is in touch. Great cover tackle by Timu, but that's the way England have to play it.
That was a real chance there for Tony Underwood that I think when he looks back in the highlights he'll wonder why he didn't step inside off his right foot there, sidestepping.
Well, the missing man, Jerry Guscott there. I saw Martin Bayfield in the car park too, just knowing it was going to be an uncomfortable afternoon, just sitting watching in a game you ought to be in. And this is the pattern so far with England territorially with the edge, but possession as now New Zealand's way. Penne sets it up. Jones drives in. What a star he's been on this tour, the number 4 key jumper. About 8 metres outside the 22. Mark Ellis. I saw that coming. Rodber in well. Penalty though to New Zealand. England have got down on the ground over the man with the ball. They didn't stay on their feet. Rob Andrew looks to have taken a knock as well. He was involved in the tackle.
You can see there that New Zealand rucking in for the ball, and certainly it doesn't look as though he's too particular where he puts his feet there, Jamie Joseph. We've seen that
it's the same man again.
We see he's not too adverse to putting his feet around the place. Kieran Bracken will have a fair old bruise on his ankle as well, thanks to Mr. Joseph.
Nerve tingling. .24 minutes played. Jeffries. The nerves are telling. It's why at Rugby. Here, Jason Leonard. Good work by the pack. The Bogu next time. Support again. Bracken to Andrew. Will Carling. The lovely long miss move. It's Tony Underwood again. The tackle by Aroni Clark is good, and he hasn't released it. The whistle's gone, it's a penalty to New Zealand. But again, the long feed straight to a bogey, I like the charge. Banks is the first man, and Penne felt that. He really did. Penne's in the way, it's a penalty in front of the post. England penalty. And I sense England are getting a little bit confident and a little bit cocky. And in this context, that's no bad thing. Jonathan Callard. Kieran Bracken has a bit of attention further. Callard And another big kick on his first day. Strokes it. Perfect! 29 minutes. Callard 2 out of 2. And England deservedly lead. The best in the world, 6 points to 0. Clark took it. And it's midfield in front of the England post. It goes wide to Timu. Timu to Clark. Wilson out wide. Richards covering. And Richards back there to intercept the pass infield. 10 metres out from the England line. And England look to be winning the ball here. The dummy feed. Rob Andrew under pressure. Quick clearance. He's kicked well today. Carling. Rory Underwood across. Crunching pincer tackle. It got knocked forward in the tackle. There's Tuingamala. Tony Underwood will come well back. The whistle long gone. New Zealand's tackling was superb. The crowd rising to England's performance. They've taken the game to New Zealand from the start. Forster, canny little player. Tony Underwood, Tuingamala. Penalty to New Zealand. The whistle's gone. The players are on the deck in this 17th meeting between England and New Zealand. Last time, of course, was the World Cup for disappointing England, losing 12-18. They lead 6-0. Wilson to try and pull back 3 points. His third attempt. He's pulled it again. He looks despairingly to the ground. And that is a sad moment for New Zealand on the stroke of the half-time whistle. The cheers, perhaps a little discourteously, greet the kick. And so England go into half-time pretty well content, I think, at 6 points to 0. The crowd cheer them to the echo. Drew Forster, Ellis, this move to Bunce, Clark back inside, wriggles into the tackle but is well held by the England midfielder, Carling and Andrew.
Mistake by Clark there, should have really hung onto the ball because he had, find that harsh, because the scrum actually collapsed.
And New Zealand run it from the tap penalty. Away goes Zinzan Brook. Forster, Tuingamala as a battering ram is held well by Tim Rodber, the Army lieutenant. It's in front of the post though, it threatens Mark Ellis. Frank Bunce, good tackle by de Glanville. It's one of the reasons he got picked in place of Jerry Guscott. Callard away, secure defence. Crowd love it. And he, Tuingamala, but he's a marked man, and that was a great tackle by Ben Clark. But this is in front of the post, 30 metres out. And they're going with feet, but it's legit. Ellis into the space, Callard covers. He's going to let it roll. But it's a penalty, offside by England. A penalty to New Zealand. Now, the first points for New Zealand. England leading 6-0. Jeff Wilson, fourth time. He's got it. It's a good kick. And with 7 minutes of the second half played, it's 6 points to 3. As the New Zealand flags are hoisted in the crowd. And the deficit is only 3 points.
Crucial time for England now. They've really got to dig in because you feel that the All Blacks have stepped up the pace a bit since half-time, that England have just got to settle themselves down, play percentage rugby, winning set-piece possession again.
Rugby follows and turns Fitzpatrick superbly. Joseph's offside. Penalty to England. And it's getting pretty frenetic out there. The tempers fraying, the temperature rising. And here's a lean-looking man, Jamie Joseph.
You see Kieran Bracken there waiting for the ball to come out. That a lot of feet around there. That in the end, the referee, I think, he's had enough when Jamie Joseph comes in. Yeah, that's what he realised. Then he thinks, well, I've had enough of that, given a penalty. But great work by Tim Rodber there in turning short Sean Fitzpatrick, the New Zealand captain. That Fitzpatrick won't look upon that as the best piece of play he's done on this tour.
To re-establish a 6-point lead. John Callard. That's 35 metres out. Spot on. 3 out of 4, and what a roar. And he's a cool customer. John Callard then. And all up to New Zealand again. Ellis, a danger. Twingamala likewise. Wrestling his way through. Finally down, just outside the 22. It's there for Foster. Aroni Clark this time, close in. Dumped by Redmond. But still New Zealand ball. They spread. Back inside, Frank Bunce. Another elusive customer. Again pressure. Aroni Clark goes. Andrews tackles, superb. Twingamala still going, on his feet. 15 metres out. Pressure here mounts. New Zealand come for the 4th time. Ellis, the mismove to Bunce. The fullback Timu. Wilson's outside. Wilson against Rory Underwood. Enveloping tackle, but still pressure. Bunce tackled back by Carling and by de Glanville. This is pressure, but this is superb defence. Only though for England to concede a penalty for offside. As the whistle goes, 12 metres out. England survive, but unrelenting effort this from the All Blacks, as you might not success or failure, with 11 minutes played of the second half. 9-3 England lead. And Wilson, another key moment for him and for New Zealand. It's close, it's curling in, it's there. 9-6. The inevitable New Zealand fight back.
Well, New Zealand must have won at least 10 or 12 second phase possessions there. They didn't try.
Leonard looks for his forwards to help him. It's there for Bracken. Tim Rodber stands up, charges at Pele, gets up the steam. England again, but it's a penalty. Not sure what he did.
I think the penalty was actually against Ben Clark there for taking a New Zealander out who wasn't involved in the ruck, but a very harsh decision there, because I felt that he did exactly how New Zealand played the game.
Touch, and the throw-in to come. And the referee penalising Ben Clark for using his boot to lose the good attacking position for England. Johnson there, Bogu revelling in his first, you might call, really testing international. The cheek of the man. That's Forster on the reverse pass to Clark. Bunce, the tackling's good again. That was Andrew. It's a penalty to England. New Zealand don't release. They keep it close and concede a penalty chance. A long one, albeit, for John Callard. Well, this is a scrum half skill I love to see. The courage to do it at international level. No answer to that. Well, from Newport to Cheltenham to Bath, they'll be offering up prayers for this one. John Callard. It's well struck. It's wide. It's wide. It stays 9-6 to England. Tries to pin New Zealand again into their 22. Timu thinks about the kick to touch. Goes for the up and under. Rob Andrews safely beats Timu. Uses the left foot cleverly. Right into touch. Rolling into the corner. That's a gem. Inspired. Well, those of you youngsters who don't know how to kick with your left foot had better learn if you want to play in an international. Moore. Clark reaches. Redmond. And they're driving. Brian Moore still going. The Bogu now. The wage of support. New Zealand are at 6s and 7s, and England have a powerful wedge. It's a real trial of strength down there. And rolling off is Johnson. Still 5-6 metres out. It's there for Andrew. Drop goal! The sweetest moment for Rob Andrew to restore England's 6-point lead.
The work had been done by the forwards. Great ball retention there. Rob Andrew, plenty of time there to slot it over, but that's the score that England wanted. They really needed that one.
19, here's Ronnie Clark, Redmond, Ubogu. Manful effort, but New Zealand never more dangerous than just after the opposition have scored. And they bounce back again. This fearsome All Black brigade in possession. Ellis. Frank Bunslow checked. Rob Andrews' tackling has been critical here, but it's a penalty, as I think England just managed to come in from the wrong side. The shoulders of Jeff Wilson, 2 from 5. A 20-year-old knows all the pressures of top international sport. As a cricket test player and rugby international newly. Struck that well. He's got it. That's some kick to keep New Zealand in there and fighting. With just over 17 minutes to go, it's 12-9. England leading by Brown to Timu. Timu slips the first tackle, and the try is given in the corner. Touch flag is up. The touch flag is up. The touch flag is up. It's not a try. Timu desolate. He must have just been bounced enough.
See the good work there by Elo Brown. It looks as though the Kieran Bracken's got John Timu covered. He's got Victor Ubugo to it, and where did his foot go? And it's his right foot we're looking for. Yes, and there the touch judge was quite right. Good decision by Stephen Hilditch there.
Andrew. It's one for the backs to chase. Rory Underwood, Phil de Glanville, still loose. Forster dumped by Leonard. Pressure on Ellis, gets it away though. Timu's in the line. Tuingamala. Carling's tackle. Support is there. Lovely pick up by Timu. Halfway line, but touch. To Andrew, to Carling. Dummies to Ubogu. Looks for the pack. They're there in strength. Bracken. Andrew, Clark, lovely feed to Glanville. Phil with Glanville still couldn't get the clean pass. Andrew tries to pick up on the run, but it's England ball again. Bracken, Ubogu takes 2-3 men to stop him, but that's power from New Zealand. Their backs to the wall with just over 11 to go. England have it. Look to set up a bit of a drive here. They've got to keep the ball and the maul moving. It's there. Bracken. Rob Andrew checks. There's a bit of a gap. Leonard, like a battering ram. England still. Bracken. De Glanville. Switches. Drop goal! But it's a penalty anyway. It missed, but it's a penalty against New Zealand. 3 penalties by John Callard. You'll know if this has gone over. What a day for John Callard as England re-establish a 6-point lead with less than 10 minutes to go. Is this to be one of England's great days? To avenge the defeat in the World Cup and to repeat a victory that's happened only twice before here at Twickenham. 1936, the days of Obolensky. 1983, the days of Wheeler, Coldclough, Hare and others. It's a penalty to England for stamping. There's panic to Ronnie Clark. Timu's up there in the line, the good tackle by Carling. The ball imminent for Forster. Ellis. Back inside goes Bunce again, eluding the outstretched arms of Victor Obogu. Forster. Downed is Zinzanbrook by Rob Andrew. It's a penalty though. England offside, over-eager. Momentary concentration, that's quickly taken as New Zealand go for the try and conversion that could win it. They're 6 points adrift, remember. Forster, Ellis, mismove to Tuingamala. Wide to Wilson, Wilson against Underwood. Rory Underwood in with the tackle. Jamie Joseph in support, not in touch, still in play, penalty to England. Some thrilling points. It's tapped down to Forster, collared by Rodber, and held in that position to make the ball available for England. Bracken, what a debut game. Andrew had to lift it because Jones was there. This is Wilson, he'll have to run. Wide it goes. Timu, Tuingamala, Tony Underwood. Can't hold him. Carling can't. And forced out into touch. The cover of Phil de Glanville. Again, the poker face, the cool coach, wondering if New Zealand can conjure some last little bit of magic to pull this one out. The tackle of Ben Clark. Away goes Frank Bunce. Out there is Forster. England covering with might and main. The last-ditch defence as New Zealand fire again on all cylinders. Tuingamala, Eroni Clark. The cover comes in. The penalty to England for not releasing by New Zealand as we come into injury time.
I would think Rob Andrew will be looking to put this ball right up into the top of the stand, because I would think this will be the last kick of the game.
Andrew just does that, and England have won. England beat the best in the world, 15 points to 9. No greater day here at Twickenham. It ranks certainly with those famous Grand Slam years, but this, for only the 4th time in history, sees England conquer the might of the All Blacks.
Well, what a result there in England. You can see Kieran Bracken, what an outstanding game. Will Carling there, what an inspirational captain that he's been this afternoon. That I think this one will live with his memory as much as the 2 Grand Slams were, because it was absolutely tremendous performance by the forwards. They absolutely dominated the set-piece play, and England played the right tactics. And there's some New Zealand guys will be Sean Fitzpatrick, the hooker captain, be a disappointed man, but I'm certain that he will acknowledge they were beaten by a better side today.
No question that England deserved to down the all-conquering All Blacks. A magnificent forward performance. Rob Andrew, John Callard embraces Victor Obogu, Phil de Glanville, the late call-up, Dean Richards, Kieran Bracken. I knew he'd got it. Tony Underwood, and congratulations all round. Eddie Tox, President of New Zealand, understandably a little bit disappointed, to put it mildly, but this is a day of England's celebration. Tim Rodber, sheer undiluted joy.
Superb effort by all 15 players on England's behalf. You know, the All Blacks didn't give anything, they're always in the match. We took our chances and we came off best in the end. You know, it's absolutely fantastic performance. I think everyone's quite overwhelmed by it all, really.
We said before, and it wasn't sort of false confidence, we knew how to beat them, and it came off. Okay, they missed a few goals, but you know, we kept them under so much pressure.
Would you like to have a look at your drop goal? Here it comes.
Wouldn't mind. Not a bad pass. Who nearly got in the way? Clarkey nearly got in the way, I think. But yeah, rather pleased with that. Yeah. No, just a fantastic team performance, you know, and we've worked hard this week. We haven't had much time together, but it's a new start.